So I am playing a part of Hina Sethi in Home, and it was a great journey. I could not have got a better platform than all. Thank you, Ekta ma'am. Thank you, Rupali ma'am. Habib sir for being so nice and taking me through this journey. I think every girl can relate to this character because it's like every small town girl. I could go back to like 6 years back how I was, and that I think that's how I could play this character. Thank you.
Journey for me, this started on a day where I had decided that I will not be doing something for a long time. I want to take a break and I want to travel and this and that. And I get a call saying that Ekta ma'am wants to make Ekta. No, I'm so sorry because everybody, and you have achieved it obviously. And Ekta, she is very excited about a subject, and I should at least hear it, and then I get to know that Habib sir is going to be directing it.
You need a tremendous guts. For a producer and for a channel that is Ms. Ekta Kpoor and producer Mrs. Rupali Guha to even think and visualize and try to implement and bring this kind of subject on web series. I really mean it, and I will prove it. Why? You need tremendous risk. Because when you talk about the web world, I know nothing about the web world. I hardly watch film or television. I'm a boring man in that sense. I don't have time, and I don't have any intention to watch that. But I know one thing, that web means sex and violence. Yeah, it's a fact. So keeping this notion in mind, if a channel, well, she has been labeled as the Zarina of Indian television, and I'm feel more elevated and proud.
Anu said that he belongs to the older generation. So that makes me think I belong to the ancient generation. Because if he knows Ekta's dad very well, I've worked with Jitu ji, and it was real fun working with him. He's a great guy. And it's a great honor to be working with his daughter. इन्होंने भी एक शेर कहा, मुझे भी शेर इससे याद आया. इजाज़त हो तो कह दूं. वो क्या है कि शायर ने कहा है कि कमाले बुज़दिली है पस्त होना अपनी आंखों में, थोड़ी सी हिम्मत हो तो क्या हो नहीं सकता, उभरने ही नहीं देती यहाँ.
So it might be about Sethi family living in Bombay, but I think those emotions, those relationships, those characters, they are so universal that anybody in the country or in the world could connect to it. It could be about Ayyars living in Delhi, or it could be about anybody. So that is, I think, one thing that is very beautiful about how it's been written. For a young actor like me, I think it's a perfect sweet spot because you get a great script and on top of that, you get to play a great character. Then you get to act with actors of such experience and caliber. Then you get a director who has such a keen eye on performances and is on top of the material. Then that show goes on a platform which is one of the most famous platforms nationally and internationally. And yeah, so I think I am really happy. I've enjoyed every bit of being in this show, and I think I'm eagerly looking forward to watching the show now because we've all worked really hard on this show.
This is an honor, yeah. I mean, when Ekta discussed the idea with me about wanting to do a show about the quintessential middle class family of India, I just jumped at the opportunity because A, I'm from Bombay, I'm from a middle class family, and I've seen this issue of housing around me all my life, and I've grown up in a housing society. So mere liye it was like just to delve from what I've seen while I was growing up and putting all those experiences of my family, of families that I've seen around me, neighbors, on paper, to create those characters. And then, मतलब जैसे कहते हैं ना सब कुछ सही हो जाता है, to get the perfect director, the perfect cast for each role, it's a blessing. I think I'm just grateful. Thank you everyone.
All I can say is Balaji is one of the biggest production houses, not just in India but across the continent. And for me, to be, invited as a film farm to produce something for Balaji itself was for Alt Balaji was a huge honor. And I hope it's the beginning of a long association. That's all. I thank everyone over here. They have worked extremely hard on this show, and I hope the audiences enjoyed it as much as we enjoyed the making of it.
आधारित कैंपाकोला कंपाउंड सोसाइटी के इवेंट से ही है, उसी से इंस्पायर्ड है, लेकिन ये कहानी फिक्शनल है तो इसके अपने मैथमेटिक्स है, अपने डायनामिक्स हैं. जो कोर इशू जो कैंपाकोला सोसाइटी के इवेंट में जो सामने आया, जो कि पूरे हिंदुस्तान भर में होता रहता है, कि सिस्टम में इतनी सारी चीज़ें हैं जिसमें कि कोई भी आम इंडियन सिटीजन, you will wake up one fine morning and you will find your house is gone, or your money is gone, or your freedom is gone, or so we are living such fickle lives. That was the essence of that event. Again, like I had mentioned earlier, this is the first for me. Sorry, I'm digressing. This is the first for me. This is something that Ekta and Neeraj had together conceived of.
I find home with scripts, and it could be anything. It could be the emancipation I felt when I heard Veeredi Wedding. It could be the feeling that I want to know what my parents will feel when they see home. It could be a sense of, I think, also a sense of achievement when I see a test case. And on television, a sense of escapism when I see Nagin. So I think all of us find a bit of us in different parts. It's like, आज मुझे अगर आप पूछोगे, and I'm a foodie, so I'll give this answer. Do I like घर का खाना या बाहर का खाना? Sometimes I like Mughlai, sometimes I like Goan, sometimes I like slumming it with eating absolute bhel puri on the street, sometimes vada pav.
होम सीरीज ऑल्ट बालाजी के लिए हम सब जिम्मेदार हैं. हिंदुस्तानी अभी शुरू हो जाऊंगा तो फिर क्या काय का पंगा ले रहे हैं? अगर आप एक बात समझना, आपकी कंट्री दुनिया की सबसे भ्रष्ट, प्रिटेंशियस, हिपोक्रेट, इनडिसिप्लिन कंट्री है. उसके पीछे बहुत सारे रीजन हैं. आप जब किसी को ब्लेम करने लगते हैं, द रेस हु रिफ्यूजेस टू टेक द कलेक्टिव रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी अबाउट द मदरलैंड, अबाउट द सोसाइटी, विल बिकम लाइक इंडिया. And you keep on blaming and whining that your politicians are corrupt.